As I've made aware in the few videos that I've done so far this morning, in it's just my skills category, and I've got some real good material there. And again, I want to take a chance to shout out to Uncle Wooly. He is here on YouTube, but he also has a survivaltube.ning.com. If you go to his webpage, you should be able to get a direct link off of there. There are people that are contributing to that site as far as survival skills, hiking, how to prepare camps, and everything. And I wanted to get into just two quick subjects here. I should never use that word. Nothing's ever quick with me, and I apologize. About shelter. One of the things I would do and would be the first thing I would look at doing for a shelter if I don't have enough time in the season to build a log cabin or a dugout or a sod house or a brick. Well, not brick. I'm not going to make my own bricks. Hell of that. There's enough rocks here in Maine for us to build a mountain if we wanted to. And that's the old style wigwam. And it's not the ones that I'm seeing here on YouTube. They're using piles of sticks and logs and stuff. That isn't how the Iroquois or any of the other Five Nations used to make theirs. They would debark trees and they would use the sections of the bark and layer it. It's like a shell, a turtle shell. That would be an ideal form of shelter if you have the time of make it. But I've also included in here emergency winter shelters. I'm doing a playlist right now on birch canoes. Um, I was hoping that it was going to be about birch bark canoes. Yes, they are more fragile, but they're faster to make. And you don't have to shape the wood. Remember in my earlier video I said where you create a fire and you have a tank and you heat the wood in it and then you can shape it, you can mold it, bend it, and it doesn't break. It doesn't create a stress zone in the fibers of the wood. The second thing I want to bring up is if you don't want to go through all that hassle, just cut down a good sized tree and debark it and chop a little bit out in as far as length of what you want for an inside cavity and just carefully burn it down. So you're actually doing two things to make that canoe. You're burning and you're chopping. And you'll end up getting what you want. And that's the fast way to do it. And the lazy man's way of doing it. If you don't have access or are incapable of figuring out how to steam your wood to shape it. I highly recommend the playlist I'm making, and if any of my subscribers, friends, or even just casual bypassers, if they have good, solid woodsman craft skills, please let me know. I'd be proud to host your content in my skills section. Um, this is for everybody. I'm trying to cover all the bases here for all possible contingencies that might come up. Um, Take a look at my playlist of skills. There's quite a bit in there. I think I've got around 89 now. I'm not quite sure, but there's enough, and there's a good selection of it. Eventually, I hope I can come across some material to show you how to make a kiln and how to look for ore so that you can smelt your metal and make your blades. And you don't necessarily have to use wax for a mold. You can use clay, real thick clay. You just have to be careful when you're pouring. Um, I'm not going to get into the sevenfold sword because that's a lot of work and that would take a lot of videos to do. And Well, I prefer it over any other sword myself, so I can't say anything negative about it. It's the finest blade, even over Tupelo steel, which was at one time the best steel weapon you could have. Not so anymore with the katanas, because they're folded repeatedly, 7 times. Repeat, heat, fold, pound, heat, fold, pound. And you've got one wicked blade when you get done with one of those. Um, the reason I can't do a lot of this content, I could do it even from my wheelchair, but I live in a building that is designated as a historical landmark. So they won't let me go out to the front of the building or even the back to do any of this stuff. This coming month, when I repair my exhaust, I'll see what I have left with funds. I don't know. It's going to be kind of tight. But over at Big Lots, it's just a store across the street from me. They've been offering a video recorder for under $60 and has a long play length to it. So that's one of the things I'm looking at adding to what I'm trying to do here if we have the time. This is I'm all about time now. Time is a fixation, and I'm very much aware of how we're running out of it. That's why I'm trying to pump as much as I can exclusively into the skills section on my playlist. So if any of you have the time and the opportunity, please go through that. Critique me. I appreciate all feedback, positive and negative, as it is. I only want material that is beneficial to people. I don't want to have something on there that wouldn't apply to people that they couldn't use. So I've been using a lot of discretion on what I place in that playlist. Uh, One of the other things I'm going to be doing, and they've got a lot of videos, is eat the grass. It's all one word together. It's a user here on YouTube, and it's about natural foraging for food. I'm going to also include that. I got a lot of ground to cover. I'm scheduled for my MRI finally Friday morning at 6:45. So Thursday night, if I'm still having trouble with my sleep patterns, I'll be staying up all night just so I can make sure I make that appointment for my MRI. And if I am up all night, I'm going to be adding videos to the skills section. That's where I'm concentrating all of my time right now. I don't need to get into the political or any of that other stuff because there's enough people doing that already. I want to have content that'll help you in worst case scenario. So good luck to all of us. God bless you all. And I look forward to your feedback. And like I said, I'll take negative as well as positive feedback. I need to have only content that has merit in that skills playlist. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you all have a good day.